What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Dynamite Harry's Gaming Thoughts. You know what to do by now. Smash the like button. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking something a little bit controversial, but super close to my heart. We're diving into Battlefield 5 and why I think it was the perfect World War II first-person shooter, and still is. Yes, I know the launch was a rocky, the marketing was weird, people wrote it off early, but if you set all that aside and look at what actually the game is today, it's an absolute masterpiece for World War II fans. We'll be deep diving into the war stories, multiplayer, sound design, Firestorm, and then a little bit of an honourable mentions towards the end that deserve some respect. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's dig into why Battlefield 5 might be the best World War II FPS ever made. You know what to do though, guys. Smash that like button. I'm aiming for 25 likes on this video. Leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on Battlefield 5 or what you'd pick as your favourite World War II FPS. And of course, make sure you scratch that subscribe button. Hit the bell notifications today with everything I'm doing on the channel. And let's get into it. Talking about war stories first. Wow, wow, wow. Battlefield 5 ditched the classic singular link campaign and instead gave us another anthology of short campaigns, similar to Battlefield 1, each telling its own story in a different setting, with its own tone, gameplay, and moral questions. Honestly, that decision alone makes it stand out from almost every other World War II FPS. Let's talk about them one by one. Starting off with Nordlys. You're a young Norwegian resistance fighter in occupied Norway. This one's incredible because it's not your standard Normandy beaches or Stalingrad streets. Instead, you're literally skiing through the snowy wilderness, sabotaging Nazi operations, sneaking past patrols. The atmosphere is tense and cold, and you feel the isolation and danger. Up next, you've got Under No Flag. This one's a classic British commando fantasy, but with a twist. You're a convict pressed into joining the services, dropped behind enemy lines in North Africa. The environments are bright and open, with a real sense of freedom in how you approach the sabotage. You can go loud, stealthy, blow things sky high. It feels like a playground of destruction, but it still tells a human story about redemption and duty. Next up, you had Troilier, one of the most underrated missions in World War II gaming. You play as a Senegalese colonial fighter fighting in to liberate France, a country that doesn't even see you as equal. It's refreshing to see EA actually explore that side of the war. The mission itself is brutal, with uphill assaults through dense countrysides, artillery raining down, and your squad pushing forward after horrific costs. It really hammers home the price these men paid and how their stories are so often forgotten. And then finally, last but definitely not least in my eyes, this is possibly one of my favourite campaigns, The Last Tiger. This one absolutely blew me away. Instead of playing as the Allies, you're put inside a German Tiger crew tank in the dying days of the war. It's grim. You see the propaganda starting to fail, the morale cracking, the pointlessness of it all. You're fighting for a cause that's already lost. The writing is subtle but effective. Your crew debates deserting. You see civilians fleeing, the city in ruins. It does nothing to glorify anything. It's tragic. No other World War II mainstream shooter has the guts to show this war from this side in such a human and nuanced way. These war stories aren't super long, but they're cinematic, varied, really effective. They avoid the typical cliches, and they're genuinely 100% worth playing. Moving on to multiplayer, which is a staple of all Battlefield games, which you're seeing in the background here, me being killed by an M8 Greyhound as I attempt to run across the field. I absolutely loved the multiplayer in Battlefield 5. It actually pulled me away from Call of Duty for a long, long time. And it's always been about big open battles, team play, insane destruction, and BF5 doubled down on that formula while adding its own World War II flavour. First, you've got the classes and the staple of Battlefield, and this is why Battlefield 2042 didn't do too well, because it got rid of this. You had the assault class, anti-vehicle expert, but in like past games, they can also board forward emplacements, sandbags, foxhole, tank traps. It's a real engineering role that just doesn't blow things up, they shape the battlefield. Medic keeps the squad alive, but also builds certifications. Medic's a faster reviver for squad mates, which is crucial for staying in the fight during those close quarter objectives. Now, some of the maps are really tight and narrow streets, like the streets of Amsterdam. That is a fantastic map because it is really narrow. There's still vehicles going around, but you are close and quartered. Support is the backbone. Ammo resupply, LMGs, and even heavier fortification options like building full barricades or machine gun nests or anti-tank positions. Support players can lock down an area for defense or set up a strong forward point. And obviously, who can forget recon? Can build spotting posts and provide intel, plus they can snipe, obviously. But not like bush jumpers, they're essential for team awareness. It's a proper class system. No more all-purpose soldiers. You have to play that role. And also, you've got destruction. What is a game with Battlefield without destruction? You can literally level a building with a tank. They showed it in the trailer. You could literally drive through it and level it, and you can in this. You can blow open walls to create new flanking routes. Grenades and rockets obliterate cover. This isn't just eye candy. It changes the gameplay every match. If a sniper's nest is giving you trouble, blow it up. Tank pinning you down, set a minefield, or blow a hole in a street to escape. The maps are masterpieces. Rotterdam, tight urban fighting that evolves into rubble-strewn chaos as the match progresses. Devastation of bombed out churches and city blocks full of sightlines and ambush splashes. Twisted Steel, a massive bridge in the middle of the map of a swamp, perfect for vehicle combat and infantry skirmishes. Fel 652, high mountain altitude warfare, where planes dominate and infantry scramble over icy rocks. Armada, open desert with long sightlines, tanks dueling across dunes. Each map demands you play differently. There's no one class dominates all approach. Gunplay is also incredibly tight, authentic recoil patterns you have to master. The sound and feel of World War II weapons from bolt-action rifles to early SMGs. Every weapon has its purpose, and no laser-accurate rifles with zero recoil. This is where Battlefield 5 nails it. You feel like a World War II soldier. It's cinematic, it's tactical, it's team-focused, and it's just damn fun. And obviously you can see me spotting a tank here, and I'm thinking, should I go push for it? Shall I? Yeah, I've got a Panzerschreck, so let's go push for it. And the thing is with this, a Panzerfaust, not a Panzerschreck. You know, I could fire a couple of shots and I think I'm going to go and get this. I'm going to be really cool and show my team what I can do. And that's the sense this game gives you. It gives you that sense that you can go and take on a tank. And realistically, you know, you can't. Now, this part was really crucial for a World War II game, in my opinion. And I think this is why Battlefield takes the cake, the sound design. Let's talk about something that Battlefield always nails, but with Battlefield 5, it took it to the next level. If you play good home phones, this game is mind-blowing. The Stuka dive siren, it's iconic. It's not just sound design, it's psychological warfare. You hear that wail and you panic. You know a bomb is coming. You have seconds to react. The V2 rocket strike, you can hear it overhead and then all of a sudden silence, you know, is this going to drop on me? And the impact it makes, it physically shakes your screen. Houses are demolished. It's fantastic. Artillery strikes just don't make a boom. They feel like you're being bombarded. Gunfire has weight. Every weapon is recognisable by sound alone. The crack of a KR98, the thump of an SMG, the classic M1 ping. It's all there. Footsteps is distinct based on terrain. Wood creaks, snow crunches, mud squelches. You can locate enemies just by listening. Planes scream overhead, tanks rumble past you, and debris falls after explosions. It is fantastic. It all adds up to that incredible level of emotions. You just don't see World War II. You hear it. You feel like you're part of it. Touching on Firestorm, I didn't really like it, honestly. Did it really need one? No. Was it enjoyable? It could be in certain situations. Firestorm took everything that was great with Battlefield, vehicles, destructions, giant maps, and put it into a last man standing mode with literal wall of fire closing in. It was intense, chaotic, and fun in short bursts, but let's be real, it was never the main draw. It was more like dessert after the main course. They tried to compete with your other Battle Royale games, and I just don't think Battlefield needed it, and I hope they move away from it. Battlefield 5 is the conquest, breakthrough, grand operations. Firestorm was just an add-on. And then, you know, a lot of people will probably look at this game and go, well, hang on a second, what about other World War II games? There is some honourable mentions, so let's talk about those. Call of Duty World at War. Gritty, unflinching, with an incredible campaign in Pacific and Eastern Front. Plus, not to forget where Zombies mode started, a classic. One of my favourite, you know, games pre-Battlefield 5. Hell Let Loose. This is for the hardcore crowd. Massive 50-50 battles with brutal realism, logistics, and voice comms. It's not as accessible as Battlefield 5, but if you want that Band of Brothers authenticity, it's amazing. And the reason I didn't really pick Hell Let Loose is it is really, really brutal. If you're not into that serious level of, you know, you get shot and you're dying instantly, then it can fall away a little bit. And a hidden gem for me, Medal of Honor Airborne. Totally underrated, dropping anywhere on the map, non-linear objectives, created level design, felt way ahead of its time. All of these games are fantastic in their own way, but Battlefield 5 for me is one of those that delivers the complete World War II FPS package. So that's my case for Battlefield 5 and why it is the perfect World War II FPS. Yes, it had a messy launch. Yes, the marketing was weird. But if you judge on what it is today, it's a masterpiece of multiplayer design, destruction, atmosphere, and immersive sound. But I want to know what you think. Am I wrong? Did I miss something? What's your favourite World War II FPS? Drop a comment down below. I'd love to read them. I always react to and respond to every single comment I got on this channel. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss the next video. Thanks all for watching, and I'll catch you on the battlefield.